What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about when you hold a narcissist accountable and when you prove them wrong. Now, it is one thing to call a narc out and, just point out some things that they have done. But when you don't have proof, they're going to have a field day with that. Because now this gives them the opportunity to gaslight you, make you think that you're blowing things out of proportion. All you want to do is argue. They may even say things like, so, that's what you do with your spare time. Find something else better to do other than watch me. I remember an ex used to always tell me that. First, they would gaslight you by doing certain things to pick with you so that they could get a certain response. Because when a narcissist so-called moved on and found this new supply and supposed to pretend to be so happy, it's so obvious when they get to flaunting a person in your face, or they allow that person to tag them into pictures on Facebook. Because a lot of times narcissists, they don't have a lot of pictures on their social media. Some of them do. Most of the time they like to stay behind the scenes and just kind of be ducked off. But they're watching. They are always watching. They have to watch. It's a part of their job. That's what narcs do. They have to know what's going on with your life. But the moment they push it to the point to where they know, okay, I'm going to get something out of her with this, that's when you know that they're deliberately trying to pick with you. And the best thing to do with that is just not respond at all. Because the more you keep quiet about it, the more they're going to pretty much end up, they're gonna mess it up for themselves. They're going to put their foot in their mouth. They're going to do something that's going to make them look guilty of what they're trying to do to you. But as long as narcissists do things that normal people do, okay, they post a picture with their new person. And, the person on the outside looking at this picture, they don't know the conversations you had with the narc. You probably told them, I don't want the person who you're with now taking photos. I don't want them taking pictures with my kids. I don't even want my kids around them. Y'all have already went over this. But the narcissist probably see that you've moved on with your life and, okay, these are the rules that we set. And the same for you and your new person. You're not allowing your children to be around. You're not going to let that person be around your kids so soon. So these are the rules that y'all agree to. The narcissist knows this, but they still do tricky things to mess with you. See, they can move on, but they're not expecting you to. And when they see that you don't always respond to a breakup the way that they need you to, because it's like they'll go along with the breakup, but it comes with certain terms. It's like, I still have to be able to cross these boundaries and have my way with you every now and again. And when you set these boundaries to where, no, you cannot have it like that with me anymore, the narcissist, that don't sit well with them. So now they'll find a way to kind of pick with you to get a response out of you about something. And they'll do it by doing something that they know that's something that they know that you go against, which is, posting pictures of their new person online with your children, something that y'all had agreed that they're not going to do. Well, I didn't know that such and such was coming into town, and the kids, they really like them. So you want me to hurt my kids by telling them, mom doesn't want you taking pictures with Angie, just stupid stuff like that. They'll try to mess with you and make you seem like that you overreacting and you're being bitter, and just difficult to deal with, to co-parent with. But anyway, that's just one of the long examples of how narcissists do things that you can hold them accountable for. Now, the proof, sometimes a situation like that is hard to prove because, again, who are you proving it to other than the Narc? And they know it already because y'all already had, you know, you already had set the rules for how things are going to go after the split up. As far as with the co-parenting, we're not to bring our new partners in to the relationship around our kids. We're not going to do that. Not so soon. Let's take our time and get to know these people first before we bring them around the children. You know, and it's just like narcissists, they don't believe in following rules. They feel like that's a rule they have to follow. Hold them accountable by pointing out, hey, remember, we both agreed to this. You're breaking the rules, you know. And narcs, they'll push your buttons. You know, you give them an inch, they'll take them out. They'll see that it's nothing you really can do about something like that. I don't think it's anything legally you can do about that. But at the same time, they're going to try to pick with you by doing something like that. You know, and this sounds like a co-parent, co-parenting with a narc type video. But yeah, you know, those type of ways of holding them accountable, it's going to be difficult to prove them wrong. But when you can prove them wrong, what you can expect out of them is probably a temper tantrum, probably gaslighting you to just kind of take you off the subject real quick. Like, you would do this on a day like today. Can we not do this today? Please, I've had a long day. Like, you don't even care about other people. You only care about yourself. And you're like, no, it's not about that. It's about, I'm pointing out something, you know, that you shouldn't have done. And you did it. And I'm showing you that you did it. And I hope you, you know, fess up to whatever it is that they did that they are guilty of. That's all you really want out the narc. And the narcissist knows this. But before they just confess to their, you know, the way that they behave, it's like they would rather just deny it and turn it into an argument. Gaslight you into thinking that, you know, you taking this too far for nothing. You do too much. Or they try to make you out to be the person who's difficult and always wants to argue. You know, things like that. They say stuff like, so this is what you do with your spare time? You like to sit and watch me? Like, can't you find something more productive to do throughout the day other than watching me? And it's like, it's not about watching you. It's about holding you accountable for something you shouldn't have done, you know. And holding a narc accountable is a hard lesson for them to learn. It just is. They don't want to learn it because they don't feel like that should be a teachable moment for them. Because now they have to answer to bad behavior. And no, not them. They're perfect. They're squeaky clean. They don't do no wrong. Now, you know, accountability to a narcissist is like confessing to a crime that they didn't feel like they did. It's all about what they feel. If they felt like, well, it's not that serious, then in their mind it didn't happen. So let's just scratch it all off the board. No, it don't go like that, buddy. You know, you got the answer for this here. They don't think like that though. You know, but that's how it is dealing with a narc. And when you try to prove them wrong, of course, they're going to come up with ways to take you from it. Another thing that they'll probably do is just like, you know, they tried to make it seem like that what they did was unintentional and they didn't know. I just didn't know, you know, my heart was in the right place though. Even though you almost burned someone's house down, but your heart was in the right place. You know, they do things intentionally and then use the, I just didn't know, you know. So that's ways that you can hold a narc accountable with proof and ways to look out for what happens when you don't have proof.